Say Snatch.
Okay, you grew up with Snatch. I'm not going to say you grew up with Snatch, because that sounds naughty.
All right, say Reservoir
What
Dogs. Say
what did Chandler grow up with? Chandler grew up with puss. Nah.
In boots.
Anyway.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Three Takes of Stupidity. I'm Alex Clinton. I'm joined by Chandler Monk,
Hello.
James Robbins,
Hi.
and this week we're going to be talking about something. We're going to be talking about things. Chandler, tell us a thing you've done or seen.
Wait, you're not going to leave a little beat for the intro music?
Oh, sorry. Roll the music before Chandler tells us what things he's done or seen.
So we're back. This is what I do here. Just got to forget for the inside joke. What do I do here? Done. We're back. We don't have a film to talk about. We haven't given up on movies. Hollywood seems to have. Hey. But we're gonna indulge ourselves. We're gonna indulge Chandler really because he's got a lot to talk about. I haven't spoken to these guys for 3 weeks. That's a shame. That's bad of us. We were friends.
This podcast has taken that away.
But you know, next week we'll be right back at it, and you'll get what you want: film reviews.
Stupid film reviews.
So it's not film reviews. We're not film reviewers.
They are technically reviews, just unqualified to do so.
Is anyone qualified? Really?
No.
Is anyone called Stanley Kubrick?
He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh shit, he can't. He's definitely not qualified.
Stanley, what did you make of this movie?
First line on the CV being alive is a handy one.
Must be alive.
Not having a birthday and a death date on your CV isn't very helpful.
Do you reckon you could apply to a job as a dead person and get them an interview?
Well. Maybe that's what we try do.
Should we
Right.
Should
Who's
we find someone
dying?
who's recently deceased whose family have got a really good sense of humour and just try and get them a job somewhere?
Who was that guy
That is literally the plot of The Weekend at Bernie's.
Should we just apply to? We could apply to jobs as
kind of.
We could apply to jobs as Jay Slater.
Oh my god, that is a throwback of a meme.
Oh right, actually, I just briefly on stuff we've watched. We'll come on to more things that we've watched.
Oh, if you watched a Jay Slater
I watched that
documentary.
documentary.
Oh, for
I watched
fuck's
about
sake.
20 minutes of it, and I can't remember what the line was, but his mum's like, he was hanging around with some convicted drug dealers, and she was like, they're just not the kind of people he tends to be around. He's quite a quiet person. Like, nah, I don't think you end up with.
I don't know.
Is that a bit like Maddie McCann's parents just going, we went out for the evening and left our children alone?
No. She didn't. She didn't kill her child.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Maddie McCann's parents definitely killed Maddie McCann.
Alleged.
Chandler's the one you suit. Jerry and Kate. Chandler said it. None of us said it. We didn't say it. We don't think you did anything.
Of course you didn't kill your children. You'd never do that.
I don't think you can include any of this.
Oh yes, I can. What have you guys been up to? James, let's start with you. What have you been doing in the past 3 weeks?
What have I done? Caught up with an old friend I hadn't seen in 6 years, and the week before I went to her wedding a week later, or a wedding party. So that was fun.
Wait, were you invited to the wedding before having seen this person in 6 years?
Yeah.
So they invited you, and you were like, let's catch up before the wedding.
No, they invited me in like a year ago, but I hadn't seen them in 6 years. So yeah, it wasn't like I was invited 6 years ago. They just didn't see them and just turned up. Because that'd be wild.
No, I thought you meant that you caught up with them, and then by chance it was their wedding the next week, and at that meeting they were like, you should come to our wedding next week.
No, their wedding was on the Thursday, and I went to the wedding party, which was separate on the Saturday. I don't know. I don't know if they had a small thing or a big wedding, but I think fair enough for not seeing someone in 6 years. To if it was big or small, to not be invited to the ceremony. But I'm glad I was invited to the party and got to catch up with them and saw some people from school who didn't recognise me. That's funny. There's a one.
Were you better looking at school?
Absolutely not. I'm well 60 now. I had bigger tits in school, though. So, swings and roundabouts.
You're also more humble now, I think.
I will say, though, have you guys... I caught up with some people that, like, I've seen in the last 5 years or whatever, and 5-6 years, that they've moved away. They went to university, they live in London. And then I also caught up with a couple who have been together since, like, first year of college or, like, last year of secondary school. And they, live in the same area and etc. And it's like, it's such a different vibe and world. Have you had that? Like, seen people you went to school with that just didn't leave?
Yeah, I'm really jealous of them.
Really?
In a weird way. Yeah.
Well, I've just moved back home in with my parents, as I said on the last catch-up pod, and all my friends. I don't know anyone who is still with their same partner they were with at school. However, all my friends still live in the same area. I think it's a bit different when you're sort of, like, no offense to you guys, come from the areas that aren't around London. Like, because obviously
still from a major city.
Yeah, but it's who gives a shit?
True.
Should I bleep so no one doxes you?
Go for it. But
Doxes. What the fuck's a doxes?
Doxing is
it's dox.
People can find your information.
Oh,
yeah, exactly,
yeah.
and find out where you live. But anyway, no. So, like, coming from, like, just the areas around London, like, people don't normally they either tend to move into London, but then you still see them, or they stay on the outskirts of London because it's still easy to get into London.
But, like, anyone that didn't go to uni just never left home. It just feels like, even though you're the same age, your lives are wildly different, and experiences are wildly different. And it was very strange.
You're in a lot more debt than they are.
Or
if they are in debt, it's probably because they bought a house. Whereas you're just like, why am I watching £27.59 leave my bank account to go to a fucking university that all I did was just get drunk every day? Every day, it's just get drunk. I didn't learn anything.
Not much has changed for you two since then, anyway.
But I just find it strange. Like, they live same area, basically exactly where they're from. They don't travel as much. Their life priorities are different, and that's absolutely fine. I don't want to act like I'm putting them down for it, because I'm absolutely not. It's just a different lifestyle.
It does come across that you are putting them down, though.
You are.
It
does.
It
really does.
No, but I'm really
my life is so much better than theirs.
No, because I don't know. I'm not saying, like, look, my life isn't necessarily better than theirs at all, or worse. It's just different, and it's just crazy how such small circumstance makes such a difference to your life and where you're at.
Yeah, I would completely disagree. You've made but I don't think you've made small adjustments to your life. You've made very different choices in your life. Like, going to uni is a very different decision, and also the job that we used to have encompasses, like, a very different lifestyle to a lot of different people. Like, as people who probably listen,
like,
to this,
they hadn't travelled very much as well, and I was like, because I don't really want to. That's fine, but like,
but the three of us
had those experiences.
As I say, the three of us who have worked in TV and broadcast for our whole careers, that job is different in the sense of we work weekends, we work evenings, we work overnights, we travel. So even in that, it's just a different lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
But they probably look at us and go, "What the fuck? You're working on a Saturday?" Or "Why the fuck is someone calling you for help at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday night for work?
Why are you going to China?"
Why are you going to the middle of buttfuck America in Cincinnati? You know what I mean? Like, it's just different.
Yeah.
I don't envy people that don't want to travel. Like, we've had to go to some terrible places like Paris or Lyon or Lille,
Marseille
or Nice or Marseille, or Calais or more French towns.
Alex, wait. Here's something, Alex, because
there's another one. There's another one. Montrechard, as in Catch Me If You Can.
Alex, the only thing I will, and I don't judge them for this, but I know you will. Their only holiday destination that they have been to abroad and care to go to is France.
For cheap wine? Oh wait,
broke
they
up.
live in. Do they live in this? Do they live on the south coast?
Yeah.
Oh, so they just take the dinghy back then.
Anyway, I'm going to move us on slightly. Alex, what have you been up to in the 3 weeks?
Nothing. I haven't done anything.
Fuck's
I've
sake, Alex,
travelled-
do something. Do something with your life. You say that every time we catch up. What have you done this week, Alex? Nothing.
I always say nothing, and then I happen to have done a lot. I have done a lot, to be fair. I've travelled up and down the great length and breadth of this nation, on the hunt for a new home, a new nest.
What's that?
God save our gracious King.
Kick him, James. Kick him. Kick him. Put him in a 10-second timeout. 10-second timeout.
Fuck off, don't do that. For context, in that joke, just before we pressed record, James realised on our video call system that we use, he could put me and Alex into timeouts and kick us out the video call.
And our video call system, its name does rhyme with Ithcord. So,
yeah, so you're
but
searching.
yeah,
Are you moving then, Alex?
I am moving. I've travelled many places. I haven't actually seen anywhere yet, but hopefully that'll change. What else have I done? I started watching Succession, which is we'll talk about this a little later. But it's one of those series that it happened. It passed me by. I still haven't watched Game of Thrones, and then I went to watch Succession.
It's fine.
And
Shit.
I've just finished the first series. I think I've just finished the first series, going on to series 2. It's very good. Very, very
That's really interesting, actually, because me and Charlotte watched the first season of Succession ages ago. My thing with Succession was I watched the first episode near around the time the first one came out, watched the pilot, and I was like, these are terrible human beings. Why the fuck do I want to watch a show about them? But then everyone has been banging on to me for years to watch them. So a couple of years ago, me and Charlotte watched the first season. And then the first episode, second season, Charlotte fell asleep, and then she never wanted to watch it again. So I might need to start watching it. And now that you're on the second season, maybe we should become a Succession podcast 4 years after the fact.
We should. Oh yes, Succession, successive successions. We'll work on the name, but we'll get there.
3 Takes of Succession.
Coming soon
James
to a podcast provider near you.
I can just not watch it and listen to you guys talk about it and be like, yeah.
That's what you do on this podcast anyway.
Yeah. Fun fact, I've not watched any of the films we've talked about.
Apart from The Boy and the Heroine.
The Boy and the
Heroin.
Speaking of The Boy and the Heron, I, on Wednesday last week, last week. On Wednesday last week, I saw My Neighbor Totoro on stage. One of the Studio Ghibli masterpiece, My Neighbor Totoro, and it's
Ghibli.
Yeah.
Ghibli. It's incredible. Chana, you'd love it.
Yeah.
It is.
By the way,
unbelievably good.
By the way, when you said I saw My Neighbor Totoro, I genuinely thought you were just talking about your neighbor. I was like, where are you going with this?
It is the most wondrous, magical thing I've ever seen on stage. It's not a musical; it is a play. But there
you
is
saw this on stage.
Yeah, and there is a giant, 12-foot puppet of Totoro, and there's the puppetry, and it is mental.
That sounds mental.
It
I
is.
wish I could
Chana,
share
it
this
is.
image that I have in front
There's
of
a
me.
That sounds like you should be quite high to watch it.
Mate, no, it is gorgeous. The music's amazing. The set design's ridiculous. It's been extended to next year because it's been reviewed incredibly. If you've seen the film and you love it, you have to go. If you haven't, I haven't seen the film, and it was incredible. I cried a lot.
You cried.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm just looking at the images.
It's beautiful. It is absolute, and
Fair
also
enough.
some of the techniques they do. There's at the moment where in the film Totoro gets on a bus. It's about spirits and shit.
He gets on a bus.
There's a bus that's a cat. Anyway,
It was beautiful. He
they
got on a bus.
They have this gigantic puppet inflatable cat bus, and it comes in and it's huge. It's probably 20 feet long, and they take it around the stage, and then Totoro and his 12-foot puppet, they like have him move towards the bus, which is in front of him, but then they like with clever staging, projectors and lighting, they show him like kind of shrinking and appearing on the bus, and it is so seamless. I have no idea how they did it, and it is incredible.
Nice.
Yeah, honestly, mental. Go and see Chandler, especially. I think you really would enjoy it, and I think you should go see it.
And you do love watching stage shows, Chandler.
You do.
I do like watching stage shows.
You do.
Oh, and this theatre, I can't remember what it was. The Legroom. Oh, incredible. I was also sat.
You're a big man as well.
I am a big man, and there was enough legroom for me. And we were like dead centre at like basically the perfect seats.
Your partner's also a tall woman as well, so
yeah.
she would have enjoyed the legroom.
Yeah, one of my partner's friends works on the show, so we were able to get in quite easily.
# free
seats,
tickets.
which is very, very nice. No, they weren't free. We did have to pay. We got like some money off, which is fine. They did do like a £2.50 ticket day for friends and family,
that's good.
a couple of days after, but we didn't get that, so we paid like 35 each. But they're normally like 90.
Yeah, I'm not paying 90. I have no money.
The seats we were in were like 90, but I don't think that. But honestly, incredible. I'd recommend anyone to go see it.
If you happen to have just got a second mortgage, please do go see My Neighbor Totoro.
What have you been up to though, Charlie? You haven't told us that.
I was going to say, talking of like things you've seen that are genuinely quite good. One of the reasons we've not recorded in a while is, again, I've been very busy because I'm just such a jet setter, traveller. That was weird. But one of the trips I took my partner to Disney Paris for her 30th birthday. We spent a couple of days in Disney Paris. Alex is... No, that's not funny. Taking me out of the call.
He's gonna be so annoyed. He's gonna be so annoyed. I don't care what you've been doing.
We're on 2 Takes of Stupidity. I just had to time out Chandler. This will be the only time we do this prank, but it was just fun.
It was fun. It is fun.
It's like good, harmless fun.
Just a second. 1 second. Did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever wanted to have you switched to 2 Takes? Ever wanted to switch to 2 Takes of Stupidity? Silence. Well. Here we are.
Peace and Quiet podcast. Oh shit, it's been ruined.
He was getting his flow.
Like, genuinely, why?
It's really good content. He's been doing. It won't happen again. Sorry. But a really good content.
That's just an extra minute I'm going to have to cut out.
No, you don't have to cut it out. That's what's fun.
You're not. We continued it.
Saying what?
Alex was like, hey, did you hear that? And basically, we've discovered that what everyone truly wants in life is to put their headphones in and listen to silence. Basically, we're a white noise cast now.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean it's 3 white guys not making noise.
Now I'm back. Do you guys actually want to hear what I was going to talk about or not?
No.
Do you want in on the White No Noise podcast? Because this is your only chance to get in, and if it makes $1 million, then you're out. You know.
I'm good. You remember when you guys make $1 million, you've also got to pay me back for the money I've invested in this podcast.
Not on the White No Noise podcast.
Oh. Anyway, back to what I was doing.
If I did it
talking
again.
of stuff. Don't do it. Talking of something that actually I saw that genuinely impressed me. I took Charlotte to Disney Paris, and it was really good. I'm not a massive Disney adult. like I didn't grow up with Disney. I'm not like loads of people, but Charlotte's not like a scary Disney adult, but she loves Disney.
You grew up with like
Disney.
You grew up with Schindler's List or something, not Mickey Mouse.
They
Say
both believe in the
Snatch.
same things.
Right, you grew up with Snatch. I'm not gonna say you grew up with Snatch because that sounds naughty.
All right, say Reservoir
Lord,
Dogs. Say
What did Chandler grow up with? Chandler grew up with puss. Nah.
In boots.
Anyway, but like it was like genuinely, I've going to Disney Paris. I enjoyed the rides, the parks, everything. That was all really fun. But then we stayed both nights for the fireworks show they have at the end of every night, where they like project fireworks and have a light show on the castle and stuff. And it impressed me so much, and I thought the production of it was incredible, and it was really, really sweet, that I literally turned to Charlotte at the end of it and just went, you know what? I get it. I get why people love this. I get why people come back all the fucking time for this. Like, I genuinely really enjoyed it.
You're telling us that a fireworks display made you get why people want to go to the happiest place on earth all the time.
But it's not. I disagree that it's the happiest place on earth, because when you go, any theme park is not the happiest place on earth for one reason, is that you always have to fucking queue and there's always so many people about. I did realise in that situation I just want to be Cartman from that episode of South Park where he buys a theme park so there's no queuing.
bit sussy you to look at Explosion and it to make you really, really happy.
No. Shut the fuck up. The light show was incredible and the drone show was incredible.
Is there a drone
Right?
show?
It was sick.
Drone
it was really
shows
cool.
are so cool. I really rate drone shows.
Like the
so
light
fucking
show,
cool.
like the light show they use with the drones, like making different characters. They make like the Buzz and what's Zergon?
Woody.
Is that his name? No, not Woody. The evil robot.
Zordon.
Zordon.
No, that's Power
No, no.
Rangers.
No, that's
No, it
Zordon
isn't.
with a D.
Yeah.
Aren't Zorgons the fucking board game? Zathura. I'm thinking of Zathura.
But it is start with a Z, doesn't it? Oh, is it?
Zorg?
Is it just Lord Zed? I can't remember.
No, that's
Lord
Power
Zord.
Rangers as well.
James, what is it? You're looking it up. I can tell.
I'm not looking it up because I'm trying to. I was
fuck's
trying.
Zorg. I was close. Zorg. Emperor Zorg. But anyway, it was really cool. It was really, really good. I'd highly recommend it to anyone. And the other thing is that I've done is I went on a stag do and then went to the wedding in Spain for that stag do, and that was really cool. Stayed in the Hard Rock Hotel, lost some money at casino, as I always do.
Nice.
Chandler does have a gambling problem.
Jumped in a pool in my linen suit and ruined it.
Oh no, I did that in Thailand with my linen suit and it was fine. Got it dry clean the other
And
day.
James had just had his linen suit made in Thailand as well.
I should have done. I fucking should have done it.
Yeah, no, my suit is with the dry cleaners right now, so hoping it seems alright. However, during the Jewish dancing for this wedding, my trousers did split, which was quite funny.
Hey.
Oh, did you sing the tequila song?
No, it's not tequila, and you know what it
It
is.
is tequila.
No,
No, have a tequila, have a tequila.
But it was. I've had a good 3 weeks off. Being away from this. But I'm actually really excited to get back to it. I've missed you guys.
It's a good one of us has. I have already started talking about what I've seen in the last few weeks with My Neighbor Totoro. Again, go see it. But I jumped the gun. So let's find out what else we've been watching. Alex, you go first. Now.
I watched Succession.
You told us that already. True. What else have you watched? You didn't. Just flip it up. You didn't tell us what you'd done. So what have you done?
I did. I told you I've gone
Yeah, you
the
did.
length and breadth of this great nation.
Chandler, it's got to be you, mate.
Fuck. I've the things I've watched in the past 3 weeks. So started catching up on the new season of Only Murders in the Building.
Oh shit! No spoilers. I haven't started it yet.
I would say it is good and enjoyable. However, I think the shtick is running thin a little.
I thought that might happen. Although the last season was better than season 5, right?
Yeah, whatever the latest
season
one is, I can't
4.
remember.
Season 4 was so much better than season 3. Has it dropped off?
No,
Yeah, 4 was better. Than
think I enjoyed the musical season 3, the one with Paul Rudd. Season 4, I felt was a bit like disjointed with all the different and new tenants and stuff. Even though it had a great cast like Richard Kind and Kumail Nanjiani and things.
I think this is going back on what we've talked about previously with this show.
I can't remember. But no, I'm enjoying it. I think it probably should be its last season. I don't think, unless like I think I've watched like 4, so I think I think I'm a few behind as of recording. But yeah.
Just following on from things that you think should be the last of it. Scrubs is coming back, definitely.
Yeah.
They're rebooting it again.
Everyone's back.
Everyone's back. Should they leave well enough alone? I think they should.
I have a feeling. I'm concerned.
This is a risk.
Same with Malcolm in the Middle. Massively concerned.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I have a take.
Ooh, a stupid one.
I actually think it's smart, so maybe I should shut up.
Yeah, we don't want the smart things around here. I think that I don't think you could poison the well with Scrubs because of the last season. So I think even if it's bad, it can't be as bad as that med student season.
But no one's including that season.
I don't even think that season was bad. It just wasn't what people wanted because
it is bad. It is objectively bad.
I thought it was fine.
I don't think people include it. I don't think people look at that because that's not proper Scrubs. Like when we've mentioned this before, where we talk about that as being just like a spin-off and it's its own little world, sort of. I don't think people include that. So I think people will go back to series 8 and obviously back from there.
I think a lot of people in their heads remember how bad the last season of Scrubs was. So I do agree most people go season 8, that's where I will stop watching it if they ever go on a rewatch. But I think you can't. I think they'll compare how good this season is compared to the med student season.
So
not to how good
so.
the original season is, essentially.
I think it will go back to the original series.
Yeah, same. Because if it's all the same cast, it depends on the setting.
No. I agree that's what they'll do. I'm just saying when people are rating it in their heads if it's good or bad or whatever, they'll compare it to the med student season, not to
they'll compare it to the original run. I disagree completely. They'll compare it to the original run.
Fair enough.
Because it's all the same cast.
It's the original cast. Yeah. Whereas
but the original cast, but again, the original cast were in the med student season, just not.
Yeah, but
as much.
They're not the main cast.
They're not the main cast.
Season. The med students are, and the med students.
No, I know. I know. I'm agreeing with you.
And that's why you have to go back to the original cast.
And my main take really is that the fact that they're not bringing back Dave Franco is why it's going to suck.
Really?
No, of course not.
I was genuinely confused. You said your take was smart, and I took you at face value there.
No, my take is that the med students show I think went partly the right route. With if that didn't exist, and I think they went the med students route now, that is the right way to go, but probably formatted slightly different. And by that I mean the main cast are still the main characters, but they're in their new positions. So lecturers or university lecturers or head of surgery or whatever they are in their senior positions, and that's the journey, and they're older and they have families, and that's the journey. They didn't do that then, but I think they were on the right track. My worry now is that with this new series of Scrubs, they'll go back to they'll probably be in senior positions or whatever, but the status quo will go back to it'll be exactly the same as the first 7 seasons. Malcolm in the Middle, I feel like is in my head currently more likely to succeed long term than maybe the Scrubs is. I don't know where Scrubs is going to go. I am concerned they go back to what they just originally did and do it again. Malcolm in the Middle is doing the age-old thing, which has been done to death, but it does work. People like to see their characters aged up and in a new point of life to tell a new story. Malcolm in the Middle is absolutely doing that. They're older, get the family back. What's life like now with the characters you know and love? I'm concerned that with Scrubs, they'll look at season 8 and go, we changed things. That was bad. Let's go back to what we know works. And then I don't think it'll do well.
Yeah, I can see that. I think... Go on, Alex.
I think Malcolm in the Middle runs the risk of becoming Modern Family.
No, I don't think Malcolm in the
That's where
Middle.
they're at in life.
If it was a mockumentary, but
Yeah, I don't think
maybe.
I don't think Malcolm in the Middle will go down that route because Malcolm in the Middle, I think the comedy of Malcolm in the Middle was a lot less slapstick than Modern Family, and more sort of.
I'd say other way round.
A lot less. Yeah.
I'd say it's the way the other way around. Malcolm in the Middle is slapstick, and Modern Family is not.
I actually think
Malcolm in the Middle is way more physical comedy than Modern Family. That
again,
is jokes.
No. So I think if you go back and rewatch both shows, you probably think they switch, because Malcolm in the Middle in the first few seasons isn't that slapstick. It's actually more based around Malcolm and how he's dealing with life brings the comedy. Whereas when you go into the later seasons of Malcolm in the Middle, the shift of the whole show focuses more towards the parents, and the comedy will come from Bryan Cranston's slapstick. Whereas if you go to Modern Family, I think again it's a lot more slapstick in the beginning than it is near the end.
I don't think Modern Family is slapstick at all.
Nah,
it's not. There is 100% some slapstick in Modern Family.
There's physical gags and stuff.
There's accidental slapstick, but there's not.
But the show itself is no. It's more jokes and communication that's funny in Modern Family.
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, I think Malcolm in the Middle is. I love Malcolm in the Middle. I think that's more at risk of damaging its reputation because of as I've said before on the podcast, I think Malcolm in the Middle has genuinely one of the best endings to any sitcom ever written. I think it leaves the characters off in such a great way that it really does have potential to damage its reputation. I love Malcolm in the Middle. But I also, what I mean to say is, I think the end of season 8 of Scrubs, the finale, like the actual the JD finale, is also one of the best finales ever written, and they ruined it with the med student season. Like if the med student seasons of Scrubs didn't happen, the Scrubs finale is the best written finale ever. Like it just is. It is incredibly done, and it is touching and poignant and funny still. And ruined it with the med student. That's why I think Scrubs is of less potential to damage its reputation than the Malcolm in the Middle. I'm looking forward to both. Don't get me wrong.
You have to see Scrubs. That bit of Scrubs is a different.
But it's not. It just isn't.
Totally different show.
The only thing that
I don't think season 8 is not going to. It's too far. If they did season 9 straight after and they binned off med students, maybe so. Everyone would have that relief that they're back, the gang is back. We're fucking 15-20 years on, or whatever. Like not when I think of Scrubs, I think of the first 8 series, and no one thinks about med students. No one is absolutely going to think about it. The thing is with the 2 series is, as sitcoms, their endings were perfect. I think enough time has gone on that it's probably fine. We can get into the weeds of nothing's original sequel culture. The only way
I don't give
that
a shit
companies
about that.
guarantee making money is by making sequels, but none of that right now. I think they're sitcoms, right? Scrubs had so many storylines going up through it. How do they continue those on? What are they going to do that may have hurt those individual storylines that ran through it are a concern. But sitcoms, you can kind of just be like Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
With every episode.
What I am looking forward to is obviously Bill Lawrence, the creator and writer of Scrubs. He's also had just a recent knockout with Shrinking, which he's written and produced sort of with Brett Goldstein and Jason Segel and stuff, and that's amazing.
So yeah, I've watched Shrinking season 1, and I enjoyed it, and I've started season 2. Shrinking is a bit painfully nice.
I mean, that's just you being a dick. I love Shrinking. Shrinking, I genuinely think is, again, one of the best shows on TV at the moment. I'm really looking forward to the next season. I think it's great. I haven't watched
season 2 yet, but it became
a bit.
You call me wokey. That show is so fucking woke, and it annoys me. And you call me the lefty of the show. Like, it is so like, oh, we're not going to hurt anyone, and we're talking about therapy, and no one can have any... It's okay, and everything's okay. Shut up.
Is it
like,
really?
It gets
I haven't seen it, but every clip I see on like social media is just I don't know. It's just people being abusive to each other.
We turned on the first episode of season 2 and we're like, fuck, everyone's just so fucking nice. And then turned it off. Everyone's so understanding. It's just not real.
James has such a cynical view of the world.
Like, it's a shame because season 1 just loved Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford is very good in it. I think Shrinking's great. I think it's well written and it is a bit saccharine, but I still think it's great TV. It makes me cry a lot.
Yes, fair. I loved season 1. Just found like first episode of season 2 really stunk out the place for me.
Fair.
Then we went and watched Sweet Pea instead, about a serial killer.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah. That is also another comedy coming back for another series.
In the meantime, I've watched, as I said, Only Murders. Slow Horses just came out for a couple episodes. Catching up on like that season 5. I do enjoy Slow Horses.
Chandler's Sopranos.
I've not watched the Sopranos. I still need to finish Sopranos.
It's yours because Slow Horses you've brought up. We've been off air for about 6 weeks, and yet I think you've mentioned it for the last 15 weeks.
Get in there, my son.
These are very slow horses.
Very funny. And then the other thing that I've watched, which I said I was actually going to watch on the last pod, is I finally watched Thursday Murder Club, the film that was adapted from Richard Osman's book. I actually wrote a Letterboxd review of this. If you guys want to go follow me on Letterboxd, if you're listening to this, it's my one and only review so far.
Fine.
I'll have to blow the dust off Chandler's account.
Neither of you have seen the film, neither of you read the book, have you?
No, but I know that she dies at the end.
What, of a murder mystery?
Spoilers.
I thought the book was incredible. I really, really loved the book, and I'm not a massive book reader, but I did manage to finish that and really, really enjoyed it. I think the film, even though it's a 2-hour film, I think it was too short. I think the film was too short, basically, in places. It dropped a lot from the book, and it basically made the actual investigation and lead up to figuring out who the killers were quite rushed. And I think the whole pace in the film was off. And I hate to be one of those people, and I can finally say it, but the book was better. I know. I hate when I finished watching the film and I thought that to myself. I hated myself. I hated myself, but the book was better. I also finished his. I also finished Richard Osman's other murder mystery book with different characters. We Solve Murders, which again quite enjoyed. But yeah,
it's rubbish though. He dies at the end.
They all die. It's a murder mystery. So yeah. Anything else that we've watched or want to talk about? This little catch-up pod.
Yeah. What did I do? What did I watch? One episode left of Peacemaker, which is out the day of this podcast release. Chandler said that Shrinking is one of the best shows on TV. It's fine. It's good. Peacemaker is incredible. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. John Cena is exceptional. I'm completely fine with the nepotism of James Gunn just hiring his wife and all his mates to constantly be in his stuff, because they all do a fantastic job. John Malkovich,
it's like Adam Sandler.
Just check it. Yeah, John Malkovich basically is. James Gunn has confirmed it. John Malkovich is just going to continue playing weird roles, loads and loads of weird roles in the DC universe, and I just think that's really funny. Not the same guy. He's going to play a different guy, and he's going to play lots of different guys, and it's just going to be John Malkovich, and you're just going to have to deal with it, and that's fine because he's so good.
But that is John Malkovich. John Malkovich is a weird guy playing various versions of weird guys in every film he's in. Even the film that he plays himself in being John Malkovich, he is playing a weird version of John Malkovich.
Yeah, and in this one, he's playing a white guy that's apparently a Native American that has Native American powers, and he's trying to kill Eagly, who he discovers is the Prime Eagle, and we're like, what the fuck? And turns out, spoilers, Eagly's got powers. He is the Prime Eagle, controls all the eagles. Hilarious.
Brilliant.
It sounds so stupid. It's so funny. And the best character in it is Vigilante, who didn't know this, but Vigilante was played by a different guy at the start of season 1. He's in it for like 5-6 episodes. Almost all of the shots of him in his suit are the old actor, and the dance sequence in the opening is the actor in that suit. But James Gunn was apparently he's kept up at night. I knew it wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right casting, and basically sacked him, fired him 5-6 episodes in, hired someone else. And hey, I didn't get to see the previous actor. He looked a bit like a dude, bro. The actor they got instead, oh my god, he is so exceptional. Best firing in history. Incredible.
No, that actually goes. The best firing goes to Back to the Future.
Us.
They originally cast Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly in Back to the Future, and then after like 3 weeks of filming, they sacked him and got Michael J. Fox in. Which they originally wanted Michael J. Fox for Marty McFly in Back to the Future, but they couldn't because he was filming Family Ties. But after they sacked Eric Stoltz, they managed to convince Michael J. Fox to shoot Family Ties in the day, and then he would be driven over at night with a bed in the back that he could get some sleep in, and then do Back to the Future as a night shoot. And then all the day shots are filmed at the weekends.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? That someone went to Marty McFly's workplace and said, "Get in the van with the bed in it." You're going to work, boy. You're going to work. That's all from us. I hope you've had a bit of an education today on Scrubs, Malcolm in the Middle, a stage show, and I think someone talked about Disney World.
Disneyland.
Don't go to Disney World. Boo. Speaking of boo, we're going to be doing some horror films next week.
We'll hate them.
Horror slash Halloweeny, because we're a couple of weenies. I'm Alex Clinton. I'm being joined by Chandler Monk.
See ya.
James Robbins.
See ya.
Au revoir.
Please don't forget to rate and review the podcast on your platform of choice. It really helps us grow. Make sure to follow us on our socials and our individual Letterboxd accounts. The links can be found in the description or at www.hop2ps.bio/3takes or search for 3 Takes of Stupidity on most platforms. We're most active on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. Please send us your film and trilogy suggestions to our Hop page on social media, or you can email us at 3takesofstupidity@gmail.com. Thank you and hope to have you back.